This is the audiobook version of Little Woman Podcast 150-Year Laurie Problem, narrated by Niina, Niskanen and Emily Lau. Hello everybody! I have been hosting the Little Woman Podcast for some years now, and this episode, the 150-Year Laurie Problem, is one of the most streamed episodes of the podcast, which is awesome. There are many elements in Laurie's character and his personality that filmmakers either ignore or they don't read the book. It is very frustrating because why do you say that this guy is this way and in the book he's not that way? I am joined by my friend Emily, who is a fellow Little Woman fan. I thought that here in the beginning I would read you a message one of the listeners of the podcast sent to me. Hi, do you ship Amy and Laurie? And do you think they balance each other out and genuinely love each other? I personally do think so, and I ship them. Pete, I'd love to have your opinion too. There's a lot of contention in the fandom around their relationship, and it always infuriates me. I would love to know what you think. And here's my answer. Thanks for the question. I do ship Amy and Laurie. I am actually working on an episode for season 3 of the Little Woman podcast, where I will be analyzing the chapter Learning to Forget, where Laurie proposes Amy. And you can find this chapter from the podcast. The bottom line is, I think Laurie's relationship with Amy is completely different than with Joe. He is annoyed when she tells him what to do. Like in the book, there are moments when Laurie is genuinely annoyed when Joe preaches him about neglecting his studies, etc. Laurie gets easily agitated by Joe and Joe by him. I don't think he was in love with Joe in the begin with. Being with Joe is almost an excuse not to grow and worry about the future. With Amy, it is the opposite. After rereading the chapter, it is amazing how he thinks of Amy's words. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? And decides to change, and Laurie as a character becomes a lot more pleasant to be around. He literally turns from a boy into a man and becomes a working member of the society. With Joe, he would have stayed as, quote, lazy Laurie. When I read Christine Doyle's essay, Singing Mignon's Song, I had a moment of clarity about the relationships in Little Woman. There's a quote about Louisa May Alcott highlighting the idea of how a person grows and gets into a higher level of self-understanding when they move on from an unsatisfying relationship to one that works. And that's when I was like, now I get.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?